Story time! Back in 2015, I was living with my friend Natalie. We were housemates. Both entrepreneurs. We were super pumped. We were like, yes, let's go. Excited. We were so pumped. We hyped each other up. The last day of the month came and I was like, no! Not knowing as much as I do now about anxiety back then, I gave into the Chicken Little. I was like, oh no, what if I can't pay my rent? What's going to happen? So instead of getting into this awesome mode and doing something about it, which is what I'm going to talk about in a second, I went to my friend. We just laugh about it now, but it's true. And I'm like, I don't know about tomorrow. I really hope I can make my rent, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. I just wanted to let you know. Got into those vibes. Totally human, right? No problem. But now I know a different way. I think it was in the morning that I talked to her because this radio show that I listened to, it was Mondays at 10. So it must have been early morning that I talked to Natalie. And that radio show came on and it was a popular call-in radio show. Loved listening to it because it just got me even more pumped up. This woman called in. Never heard of her. I didn't know who she was. Sometimes you would know people who called in from the programs they were in together, but this lady I'd never heard of. She said she was writing a book, was super excited, but she was finding herself stuck. She actually said her full name when she called into the program. At the time, I was offering ghostwriting services. I had been a ghostwriter for many, many years. I loved doing it. And especially, I needed money. I was developing my coaching business, but I also did that because it was another passion of mine. I've always loved writing. And that's one of the reasons I decided to get into the coaching business because writing is such a big part of it. I started in 2009, so video wasn't as popular. That writing was big, and that was my huge passion back then. Well, I did something that I'd never done before. I reached out to this woman. I'm like, hey, I was just listening to you on such and such radio show. Just wanted to let you know that I offer this service if you're interested. I can't remember how I worded it, but she said yes. I sent the payment that night. I had the full month's rent and the full month's expenses all before the next day. So before the first of the month. It's just so funny, right? Because my Chicken Little took over. I got into like an anxious energy and talked to Natalie, and luckily we're good friends. But when you do that sometimes to landlords, it can affect your relationship and their trust in you. So on to the good stuff. Now that I'm older and wiser, what do I know now to do instead? First thing to do is to get your nervous system in a strong, powerful energy. An energy that matches abundance, owning it, claiming it, knowing that you're taken care of all the time. Get into that energy, do whatever it takes. Now, I have 8 zillion tools that I use myself and for my clients to do this. What I want to tell you about today is my Wildly Worthy and Wealthy Now program. Literally why I designed the whole program. Give you something that you can listen to as many times as you need to, anytime you need to, forever. You can download it and keep it for yourself. Still go back to when I need it, but I used to do it often when I was in the energy. Instability with money, that's all it is. All you're doing, it's not a negative thing. It's not a bad thing. All you're doing is calibrating to a stable, confident, and overflowing, abundant relationship with money. I get you into the vibes in this program, help you understand deep in your bones, help you know quickly. I hope you know it's a 40-minute audio. I hope you know why you deserve this and why you deserve it now. I also answer tons of questions that I got when I first created the program. And you can read all about those on the sales page. Link in bio. Whether you get the program or not, get into the energy, get into the vibes. Take care of your energy first. I know it seems counterintuitive. Maybe you need to take a nap. What you need to do to resource yourself. Do it. Do that first. And that will get you into a resourceful state because it's going to be a lot faster and easier, and you're not going to need to act from Chicken Little. You're going to be acting from your powerful self. You're going to be acting from your resourceful self, and you're going to wow yourself, but you're not going to need to tell your landlord about it. You see what I mean?